Good evening and welcome to a night of Prairie Grove Tiger football. On the behalf of the administration, Superintendent Dr. Alan Williams, Assistant Superintendent Vol Woods, Athletic Director Coach Mike Green, Principal Ron Bond, Assistant Principal Joey Sorters, Head Coach Danny Absher, his staff, and the entire Prairie Grove Tiger football team, we want to thank you for joining us for tonight's game. Tonight's broadcast is made possible by the Prairie Grove High School East Lab and is brought to you by PG Telco, the providers of PGTigersOnline.com. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. Also by Clorox. The name itself means clean. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas and Prairie Grove since 1946. Shelter Insurance and your local shelter insurance agent, Mark Spence. Prairie Grove Christian Church, where it's all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. And Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. And by the Bank of Fayetteville, we're banking on your potential. And tonight's broadcast is made possible in part by the Prairie Grove High School Booster Club, where showing your Tiger Pride is just one membership away. We're minutes away from kickoff, and now your crew for tonight's game, Lynn Gregson and Zach Arns. It's football time in Prairie Grove.
Good? All right, let's do this.
Welcome to Gravette, Arkansas at the Gravette Lions Stadium for tonight's contest between the Prairie Grove Tigers and the Gravette Lions. Lynn Gregson alongside of me, Zach Arns. And Zach, what a difference a week makes as far as our
accommodations.
Accommodations,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Everybody's got smiles on their faces today. We're indoors. This is absolutely my favorite road trip of the year. Gravette Stadium is unbelievable. It's like working in a college stadium.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Not only the facility nice, the people are great. They feed us really well. And
2 bowls of chili down, 6 or 7 to go, I think.
We're in tight quarters, though.
Well, you know the rule. We do have rules posted for that.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, Zach, and we're not the only ones that like coming to Gravette. I actually ran into our good friends from Shiloh today, and the ones who do their webcast, and I was telling him where we were coming tonight, and he was quite envious.
It's a great place to come. Like you said, the people are great. They have an elevator, man. There's nothing bad about a press box with an elevator.
Well, Zach, let's talk about tonight's game day conditions brought to you by PG Telco. And Zach, what do we look like out there tonight?
It's cold. It's going to be in the 50s. It's windy. I was down on the field before the game watching JD kick and watching the punters go, and it is cold. It is windy. The field's in great shape. It's one of the best fields you'll see, at least in our conference. That's natural grass. There's no loose spots. It's not wet. Should be a nice fast track. And in talking to the coaches prior to the game, Prairie Grove's going to play. Everybody's in uniform. The only injury we've got right now is Lance Parnell. They're not sure what he has. He's got either a sprain or a break in his ankle, and he's going to the doctor this week to figure that out. So he's the only guy out. Everybody else is back.
Well, let's take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back, and we're going to look around the league, brought to you by Lewis
Automotive. Yeah, there's nothing going on this week, is there?
Yeah, and the look around the league will be brought to you by Lewis Automotive and the Prairie Grove Christian Church. Back after this.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946. Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa or doing mission work in Guatemala or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Okay, we're back. And, Zach, let's take a look around the league, brought to you by Lewis Automotive and the Prairie Grove Christian Church. Zach, as we look around tonight, it's last week of the season, and there's really 2 games that have playoff seeding implications. There is one game that will determine whether someone actually gets in or not, and that's Ozark and Gentry.
I think I'll be pulling for Ozark in that game. That's pretty clear. I just think Ozark's a better team. Gentry's one guy and one guy only. And if Cousins has a big night, they've obviously got a shot to win. But, Ozark's been hanging around the last couple of weeks, and they're getting better. I'd expect the team that finished second in the state last year to make the playoffs. That's just, I don't know. Maybe I set the bar too high, but I would say they should get in.
But not only do they have to win, they do need to. Wow! And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, if you go online and you happen to have an iPhone or iPad, you can watch tonight on your iPhone and iPad. So. We've just taken it up another notch, and so go to your iPhone, iPad, and watch it. Go to pgtigersonline.com. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you're watching from an iPhone or iPad tonight, be nice to know that as well. And then also, Zach, they do. I was going to say, Ozark has to win by 10. Mm-hmm. If Ozark wins by 10, they're in. If they lose, then it'll be Gentry in the 4th seed and Gravette in the 5th. Gravette could potentially be a 4th seed if PG wins and Ozark wins by 10 or more. So
it's a very complicated thing, but I think we'll have a pretty good idea here in about an hour and a half where we're headed.
Yeah, I think the game that you and I have been talking about some this week, and we talked a little bit as we were talking as we were driving from different directions to come here tonight. We're on the phone, and that is down in Farmington tonight.
Yeah, we can't call it the Battle for Highway 62 because that's ours. What is it, the Battle for Westville? I mean, I don't know what you call it, but that's a big game.
Yeah.
You know my feelings. I think Lincoln's going to win that game and win it pretty handily. I just don't think Farmington responds well, a la Oregon, to getting punched in the face. That's just that's based on evidence.
Right.
Very physical teams give Farmington all kinds of problems, and Lincoln, from what we saw, is one of the most physical teams we've run into.
Absolutely.
And I just think they're going to give Farmington fits.
I think it's going to be an interesting game, and we will try with all the various devices we have around here tonight. I believe we can get that set up somewhere and be able to watch that or keep up with it on the side. So, Zach, other games around the league tonight, there is the battle for to stay out of the cellar, and that will be between
your feather fight
between Berryville and Pea Ridge.
Handbags at 10 paces.
I do believe the Berryville Pea Ridge, the way Pea Ridge played us and the way they played Farmington, I would suspect I would favor Pea Ridge in that contest. And then, of course, our game tonight with Prairie Grove and Gravette, and we will come back and talk about the Prairie Grove Gravette tonight. After this, it'll take a quick break, and we'll take a look at the key to tonight's game, brought to you by Everett Chevrolet.
Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today, the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet. You just bought that first home, or maybe the first new car, and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Okay, we're back, and now, Zach, how about tonight's keys to the game?
Well, I was down on the field before the game, and everybody is dressed except Lance Parnell. So we're going to get to see Logan's back. I asked Brandon Notier how he's feeling. He did his best Eeyore routine. Oh, okay, I guess. You know, Brandon's going to play. Bobby Katz, from what I saw and what I was told, just a shin contusion, to use the clinical term. So Bobby's going to play tonight. And as I told you earlier, we were in this situation last year. Conference was sewn up. Number 1 seed was sewn up. Home games were sewn up. And the only thing that we can go on based on history is the 48 points they put up in the first half last year.
Yeah.
Prairie Grove's going to play tonight.
Well, I think, and Zach, I think there's another part of this. And I think that while Prairie Grove's got the 1 seed, they've clinched the conference title. Should they lose and Lincoln win, despite the fact we beat them, Lincoln could still claim, hey, we have a share of the, and Prairie Grove doesn't want to share anything.
I actually confirmed that. That's not going to happen. So that's a I'm sure that's a sticky situation for the coaches. You certainly don't want to get anybody hurt. We've got our first round opponent locked and loaded. They're going to be up here next weekend. We'll be playing Pulaski Robinson. They beat Arkansas Baptist 30-20 last night. So they're coming here no matter what. They are the Senators, by the way. Great mascot. We'll talk about that later. But for Prairie Grove, this is a race to 35. Get the clock moving. Get as many points on the board as you can and get out of here without any injuries. And truthfully, we haven't had the whole lineup together in about 4 weeks. There have been guys missing here and there, and it'd be nice to get a half or 3/4 of football with the starters in, and let them go.
I'll have to go take a look at our page. Someone's got the Pea Ridge picture out on site.
I did see that, and I'll use one word: context.
Yeah.
Is the ball moving? Stills are great.
But you don't know whether. Yeah, we'll get into that later too.
Well, and regardless, you know what? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And even if you win, we still win the conference championship, and you're going to be sitting at home watching again. So, but let's take a look at the rest of it. We have Russ. Would like to know what you think about the call down there. Well, you know what? We just gave our opinion on that. Henry, Tigers, let's finish it off. And then Dylan Portlock watching from the Grove
Where's
tonight.
the Friday night tailgate at the Holiday Inn in Kansas? You guys are late.
So let's take a look at the playoffs a little bit, Zach. As far as one of the big games tonight in 4A, period, is Malvern and Arkadelphia.
Mm-hmm. That's for the 7-4A championship.
And I'll tell you, both teams undefeated in their conference. Malvern, I think, just with one loss. That loss came to Lakeside in the 5A school. So that's what's a big game tonight. The implications also tonight, the fifth seed, which will either be Ozark or Gravette, will take on Valley View,
who lost last night to Gosnell, who, if I'm not mistaken, is in our quarter of the draw.
Yeah, they have won. Gosnell has won the 3, and so they have a bye next week.
That makes no sense.
And then they will play the winner. They will play the winner of either the 4th seed, which will be Gentry or Gravette for us, or Star City. And then, but that is how that shapes up.
Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean. And Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product you need to meet your unique challenges. From the bathroom and the kitchen with Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach. And even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger athletics and activities.
We're back. And Zach, with tonight's game, again, this leads into the playoffs, and let's just give it. Prairie Grove will host a home game next week. If they win, they'll host another home game. Should they win again, they would host a 3rd straight.
Same deal as last year.
Yep, same type setup. I was noticing though that the 2nd seed, in the Farmington-Lincoln game tonight, whoever wins the 2nd seed gets to welcome Nashville.
Yeah, I did see that.
And then the loser gets to welcome Ashdown. So neither one has any real friendly opponent in that situation.
No, we know all about Nashville, and they're a heck of a football team, and they've got a young man this year in Michael Petway that we got a glimpse of last year. And he is just lighting up the 4A down in the southern part of the state, but that's not our concern right now. Our concern is the Gravette Lions and getting a win, getting out of here, and getting ready for next week.
Yes, and as you mentioned earlier, our opponent next week, the Pulaski Robinson Senators.
Yes.
And that will be next week's game. Zach, tonight, what do you expect to see? I know we talked about the keys to the game, but what do you expect to see from Prairie Grove
Well,
tonight?
I talked to Coach Laird a little bit while we were while everybody's warming up. You know, he said run, and throw when you have to. It's windy down there, so the ball flutters a little bit. I think if you're gonna have success throwing the football, it's gonna be short. I'd expect to see Prairie Grove take the football and just pound it straight forward. Nick, JD, a little bit of Logan, and a whole lot of Bobby Cat. I think the Tigers do what they've done all year long. 300 yards rushing should get done tonight, and hopefully we'll get 35 points on the board and get out of here after halftime.
Okay, well, let's. We got a couple more minutes here before we start. Let's take one more commercial break. We'll be back after this.
Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home, and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office, for telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV. Think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress. I wonder if Buck Lewis had any ideas to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946. Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor.
Okay, Zach, we're back, and with the coin toss that just took place, Prairie Grove won the toss, elected to receive. They want the ball. They want to get it started early, and they're ready to take it down the field.
Yeah, I think we're going to be. I think we're going to be surprised to see Prairie Grove. That they're going to be very aggressive in talking with the coaches. It's as one said, they ain't sharing nothing. It's going to be. It's going to. I think they're going to. All systems go. I think they're going to give it the best shot they can. If this thing gets into the second half and it's still a close game, then it's decision time. But until then, they put 48 up in the first half last year, and we're throwing the ball with a couple of minutes left. So I expect them to play well, and I expect them to come out here with a victory.
Well, Jack Reynolds, first one as he leads the team onto the field, and the Tigers there at midfield, and they're excited. for the second consecutive year, conference champion, Zach.
Yep, it's very rare that you can say back-to-back championships for anybody in the 1-4A, but Prairie Grove's managed to do it, and now it's time to get geared up for the playoffs. It feels like we haven't played a game in a month. It's been some scrimmages and some practices, and the Pea Ridge game thrown in there, but I mean now we're going to get into games that mean something, and Prairie Grove's got to get that edge back that they had when they played Lincoln.
Well, I think that, I do think last week, even though it was, kind of a blowout win, I think Prairie Grove came very focused last week. And
yeah, they were.
I think they'll come with that same focus tonight. They know that, you can't get lackadaisical in anything, because when you do, it's like practice. You get lackadaisical, and then you play that way. And they need to continue this, because next week starts the playoffs,
yep.
and when you lose then, it's over. So you got to come every week to play.
And the team they'll be playing next week is a formidable opponent, but you got to focus this week. Let's finish this off, get to 9-1, and we'll worry about next week.
Well, getting ready to kick. It looks like it's going to be number 22 for the Lions. Jackson Soleil. And
we'll just call him Banda. Oh, come on. You're familiar with Banda Soleil?
Yes.
Okay. Or Circus Soleil. Whatever you want to call him. Well, a little Metallica. I love this place.
Another
Metallica, the Beatles. We are ready to go.
And here comes the star. And that was like
Bobby.
That's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, he certainly doesn't look like he's showing any ill effects.
And quickly the Tigers start off in great field position. The star worked very well that time, Zach.
Yep, that's what you want. Is you want that crisscross, at least get the guys in their lanes to hesitate for a second, and see if you can get a nice 35-yard return.
Well, Zach, this field is great. Everything is great tonight, except the Tigers have the yellow on the white.
I'd almost request that they wore the yellow jerseys. Those were easy to read.
Up the middle, Nick Sugg. There goes Nick. Nick Sugg at the 35 of the Lions. He's at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Give Nick Sugg 6.
Wow.
And the Tigers, the first play from scrimmage, 57 yards, and the Tigers strike quick.
Wow. That was fast. 55 yards, and it's 6-0. Nick is one of the most productive backs I think that Prairie Grove's ever had at that fullback position. He's 4, he's 5, he's 6 yards every single time, and then every now and then he hits you for the 55-yarder.
But, in the wing tee, the fullback can be such a critical position. We saw it with Zach Schrock so much a couple years ago, and now the extra point, that is Frenchie to make it. And Frenchie puts it through. And quickly, with 11:39 all ready to go here in the first quarter, the Tigers 7, Lions 0. Back after this, another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Now Clement getting ready to kick.
That makes Prairie Grove now has outscored their opponents in the first half 260 to 54.
260 to 54.
That's big.
Okay, we're back, and test 1, 2. There we go. We're back, and Zach. Okay, so getting ready to kick is Clement. You mentioned him and JD together. Have really, boy, I feel like I'm at home now. House of Pain going on.
Lamont right now, 25 out of 28 on extra points this year. Not bad for an exchange student who just picked up football this fall.
A football that's not shaped like the one he's used to kicking. Number 11, that is Cedric
Duarte.
And Duarte's going to get close to the 30. He's brought down by Sam Mayday Dodd.
No, see, I like the way you're picking up on that.
Hey,
I like that.
learning from the master.
I wouldn't say that. Don't. Crazy's crazy. I think it's now. It's if you're Gravette here, you've got to answer, because if you go 3 and out, or you let Prairie Grove get a quick lead on you, it could be lights out early. If Prairie Grove can get pressure here.
Wyatt Banter, the quarterback, he hands off and met by several Tigers. Connor West, one of those, Jack Reynolds, Jackson Diebold, all of them there. Logan Foster, no, I'm sorry, that.
Gravette wants to try and go fast, or at least get a look. I don't know that they want to speed it up Oregon style, but I do think they want to go a little faster than normal.
Here's the pitch, and a little running room here. And a nice run there that time. Duarte, very nice run. He ran over, I don't know who that was.
That was Logan. That's Logan's first contact. He's been out for a couple of weeks. Boy, he'll get it going.
And he did. He lowered the boom that time on him. Looking at some of the comments page, Henry said he's sorry watching in PC. Also, somewhere in Haiti, there's a bunch of kids watching for the green and yellow. We want Bama shirts. And now, quarterback keeper that time by Banta. Banta picks up 4-5. Also, Kay Absher watching from home again. And again, watching from West Virginia.
We're huge in West Virginia.
I'm telling you.
I think that was just a busted play. Prairie Grove had a defense pretty well. Banta just got away.
Cody Robinson at fullback. Duarte, the running back, and now another keeper by Banta. And he's met. Huckabee in on the tackle, but Banta gets close to the first down. 3rd and about a yard.
This is an offense that Prairie Grove hasn't seen much. This is it's got elements of the wing T. It's got elements of the spread. It may take them just a while to get kind of adjusted to it.
Well, Banta this time comes under center. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Robinson. But he's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 4th and 2. Well, they're going to spot it right on the 45. So, yes, 4th down and 2.
I think you got to go if you're Gravette.
Yeah, Gravette, they're definitely going to go for it here. And it's the right thing to do.
Now, remember, the last time we were here in this situation, they ran the fake punt. That was one of the best fake punts I've ever seen.
Well, they're not lining
They're not punting
here.
They're
just lining up right under center. Banta goes under center.
This is the toss play. This is the one that got the big gainer on the last time. Now we've got
the wrong way,
confusion. And he did not get it.
He did not get it. Nick Sugg and Jackson Diebold there to bring him down, and he falls short of the first down, and so the Tigers are going to take over almost where they did.
The exact same spot at the 45 again. Nick? That's what I'd go with.
Sounds like a good option to me. Tigers lead 7-0. 8:51 to go here in the first.
You just get the feeling they want to work on a couple of things. Maybe hit Dylan get Dylan a pass reception, get a couple of outside runs, and then get everybody off the field.
In motion is Bobby Cat.
That's never a bad option.
And look at Bobby Cat go. Bobby Cat to the 47-yard line of the Lions. See, that one's hard for me. My high school was a Lion mascot, so
it tugs at your heart, doesn't it?
Tugs at my heart a little bit to say first down against the Lions, but
I've never had that problem. We were lucky.
You weren't the Sand Lizards.
No, we definitely were not the Sand Lizards.
There is Nick
That's never a
Suggs.
bad idea.
And Nick Suggs just drags the pile down to the 40-yard line, and so another first down for the Tigers. We remind you to go to pgtigersonline.com and let us know where you're watching from. We've already called out several of you tonight. Appreciate you watching.
Did we hear from the Friday night tailgate?
Did not.
Prairie Grove, Nick's got 2 carries, 62 yards. The Tigers have run 3 plays, 70 yards.
Wow.
That's 23-3 a play.
And there is
JD. Everywhere we go, they call him James. Was it Nick?
No, it was JD. Speed.
Okay.
Speed picks up 4 yards, and it's 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Zach, what a fine facility they're in. I'm just taking it in. I'm telling you, this is just
for those that have never been here. We're in the Monday Night Football booth. It's just unbelievable. Love this place.
And now Storley's got room to run, throw, and he's just going to take off and run. And now Storley goes down inside the 25 to the 23.
Jacob, I know you're going to watch this later this week. Just get down, my man. Get down. We don't need you taking shots.
He's down to the 23-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
I like the decision not to throw the ball. You pick up guaranteed yards. But
I would have
get out of bounds.
I'd like to get out of bounds there.
Get down or get out of bounds.
Man, look how big Sainer looks right there. I know. He's a big young man.
Have you had the chance to go down and see him during warm-ups? I tell you, I wouldn't want to get hit by him.
And now there is Nick Suggs. Nick fighting his way inside the 5-10. Give Nick Suggs 6 more tonight. Nick Suggs scores, and the Tigers up now 13-0. And Nick Suggs earns another touchdown.
Play that fight song.
Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
Nick, 3 carries, 85 yards.
Wow.
Pull him out now. Don't ruin his average. Nick leading the team in rushing, by the way. Nick's got 613 on the year.
And just after this extra point by Clement, let me know how the rest of them are, because we've got a lot of guys carrying the football this year. Extra point is good.
Well, he's got that.
We'll come back with that stat, and that's, again, another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. The score, Prairie Grove 14, Gravette 0.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, we're back. A couple of scores. Gentry up on Ozark 7-0. They're trying to secure their playoff berth. As long as they can stay within 10 of Ozark tonight, they'll be playing. Also, we just got an update from the Farmington-Lincoln game. Lincoln up 7-0. Zach, you handed me the stat sheet, and I find it extremely remarkable that Nick Suggs leading with 619, and we have...
Oh, no, 613. See,
I'm sorry.
The system just, I mean, it keeps all kinds of stats, but those are the yards gained.
But look at 613, and then we have 3 other guys with 400 plus.
Sorry, Lynn was having a, I'm not sure if that was a panic attack or what, but apparently the chili was a little too good for him. Clement with the kick. Gravette covers the ball at the 21-yard line. You okay? You there? I know you're all choked up about the facilities, but
it's really getting to me. First down and 10 for the Tigers, the ball at the 20. And what I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if it went through, is that with the stats, we have 3 guys, or 4 guys over 400 yards. Nick with 613. Banta keeps, looks, throws over the head of number 88, Cody Heath. following you on the coverage, but with our rushes, Zach, Logan needs 18 more yards. We'll have 5 guys over 400 yards.
Yeah, and when you think about the distribution of the running yards the last couple of years, it was Weston, and then everybody else. Weston was up over 1,000 2 years in a row, and now it's running back. It's literally running back by committee.
And that gives them a lot of options. There is the pitch. Goes to Duarte, and Duarte, he's a tough kid to bring down. He's going to fight his way all the way up for a first down.
Wow, good
Duarte
run.
just
literally
run. 15 yards
on his own. Well, we got a flag down.
There's a flag down. It may have been a face mask.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's a face mask call, I'm almost sure. The Gravette players are clapping, so that's...
It's a heck of a run. Last time we were up here, they had the young man with 47 letters in his name. I can't even remember. Strzelski. Yeah, whatever his name was. And he killed us.
Well, that additional 5 yards is going to put the ball at the Gravette 45-yard line.
That's a 20-yard run.
And 15, literally, he carried.
Yeah.
I didn't see who was on his back, but he carried him for 15 yards.
Gravette's they're not having a whole lot of trouble right now moving the ball.
Banta again under center. He's going to hand it again to Duarte. And
it's a pretty good idea.
Not a bad option for the Gravette Lions. Connor West and Diebold in on the tackle. He gets 9 on that one, Zach. So his average per carry is starting to go up pretty quick as well.
Yeah, 3 carries, 45 yards. That's 15 yards a carry.
He's a strong kid. 5'11", 185. And we're having a hard time controlling Duarte.
He had a game earlier this year where he was up over 200.
Flag goes down. It's like a false start or illegal procedure there against the offense. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 for Lions. 5:53 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers up 14-0. Nice run this time. The fullback, Cody Robinson. And
we'll get the yardage back, or almost get it back.
J.D. Speed with the tackle. He gets it close. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now for the Lions. Well, they don't really huddle, Zach. And now, boy, there's no one over center there, so might not be a bad option right there. And that's where they go, right up the middle. And there, Duarte gets the first down. Brandon Nodier making a tackle that time. He's helped out by Connor West, but not before Duarte picks up the first down at the 44. Gravette's doing a nice job moving the football this time.
And we've talked about it all year long. I mean, this is one of the styles that gives Prairie Grove problems, where you line up in the eye and you come right at them. They're built to stop the spread, and the teams that want to throw it and run the option, they're built to stop those teams. Teams that want to line up and go right at you, they've given them problems.
And they kind of run the same type of plays, whether he's in under center or whether he's in the shotgun. That time he keeps it, and Banta gets inside the Prairie Grove 40 to the 38. He picks up 6-7 yards again. So you're right, Zach. They're running right at the Tigers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, North and South has given Prairie Grove. Ridge did it. Lavaca did it. Big offensive lines have given Prairie Grove problems. And, I think they're getting a little bit more beef. And here the Groundhog's in. Boyd Sparkman, he'll come in and try and shore things up. And I think Prairie Grove's gone to a 4-man line, which is something they don't do all that often, try and counteract the running game right now of Gravette.
And now here comes Duarte. He's right behind the center. They're going to give it to Robinson. Robinson's got the first down. He's close to the 30. Jack Reynolds and Huckabee in on the tackle. And Now they're at the 31 of the Tigers, and Gravette's not just going to go away tonight.
No, they certainly can play a football game. They're playing for a playoff spot. And the question is, can they keep it up? Can you keep this up for 4 quarters?
Well, you know, sometimes when you have this direct right at you attack, that is ball control. And there's the pitch this time, Duarte. He's got running room, and he's got almost gets the corner. Nice hit and tackle. I believe that was Bobby Catt coming up to make that tackle. Bobby Catt probably matches Duarte size for size.
Well, you know, Prairie Grove, they'll adjust. You know, we've seen this all year long. Long drives and then the quick adjustment, and next thing you know, it's off to the races on the offensive end.
2nd down and 8 for Gravette. Keeper this time by Banta. Banta throws. He's got a man open, complete. And he's going to go in. That is number 88, Cody Heaton. And Banta to Heaton, and now that's a touchdown for the Lions, and Lions score 14-6.
Sloppy tackling tonight. That's something that'll need to be addressed, you know, particularly in this game and then as we go forward here. But there were probably 3 missed tackles on that play. We've seen some missed tackles on some running plays, and you know, Prairie Grove's just got to clean it up.
Yeah, there was some missed tackles along the way, but don't take anything away from Heaton. Nice reception, nice run, nice pass by Banta. Extra point on the way by Gravette. And it is good. So with 2:58 to go, the score, Prairie Grove Tigers 14. The Gravette Lions strike 7.
Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean. And Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product you need to meet your unique challenges. From the bathroom and the kitchen with Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach. And even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger athletics and activities.
Okay, we're back, and with that drive, Zach, you said it was how many plays?
9 plays, 80 yards.
9 plays, 80 yards.
Face mask penalty, a couple of 3rd down conversions, but you know, give Gravette some credit. Prairie Grove's got to clean up the tackling. They're going to have to step up and be really, really physical to stop this Gravette rushing attack.
Kick's going to go out of bounds, so the Tigers will get it at the 35. Kick was by number 22, Jackson Soleil.
Been waiting all week to use that.
You do not have a life.
No, I really don't.
1st and 10 for the Tigers, ball at the 35. 2:58 to go, and Gravette looked really good on the offense that time. And now see if that gives them some momentum defensively. The Tigers want to come back and still take control of this game.
Well, they have had no answer for Nick Sugg to this point, and I have a feeling that's where Prairie Grove's going right now.
You're exactly right. There's a Nick Sugg again.
That's
nope.
Jacob.
Boy, Jacob faked me out. I saw Sugg going through the line, so I thought he had it again. Jacob Storley on the keeper. He's going to get, wow, he gets 4 yards. 2nd down, 6 for the Tigers.
Oh, wow, they did give him 4.
What, do you not trust me?
No, I saw the initial spot, which was the 38, and then they moved it forward to the 39.
That's speed. In Farmington, Farmington 7, Lincoln 7 now.
Who was that on the carry? Was it Nick?
No, that wasn't Nick. No, Nick went out with the quarterback that time.
All right. Here comes a 3rd down that's a little interesting.
And it's Nick Sugg. You're right. There is no answer for Sugg tonight.
I'll tell you what, he is getting more and more confident.
That was speed on that earlier carry.
Okay. First down.
Into the Lion territory at the 47. And Nick is he over 100 yet?
Not yet. 4 carries, 95 yards.
Wow, he's knocking on the door. And this will be is this his third straight? Would it be his third straight 100-yard game?
Yeah, I believe it would be. Yeah, last week. 163 yards, I think, was his total.
And there, wow, they were waiting on Mr. Bobby Cat that time. Nice tackle there, Avery Burrow. Wow.
Yeah, they got nice penetration on that. And when you get the penetration on the wingback reverse, you can chase Bobby down from behind.
Well, that was a nice play for sure. And
wonder what we'll see now. Nick?
We may see a pass here. And again, the Tigers second down. Let's call it second and 12. Storley to throw. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Back there wrapping him up is Jacob Taylor. And that's going to bring up a third down. Third down and a 19 to go.
Well, that's going to be third and long. What do you got dialed up for third and 19, Coach? This is not where Prairie Grove's strength is here. I think if you can get 12 of this, 12 or 15, maybe you go for it. But
I think you just do a screen here. May not be a bad call, or you could go deep with. He's down to 3.
3, 2, 1, 0.
He didn't get it.
Yeah, they got it.
This time Bobby Cat breaks some tackles. Bobby Cat gets close to midfield, but the Lions happy with that stop, as they should be. And so the Tigers will punt this time, 4th and 15, and this is going to do it for the end of the first quarter. Well, after 1 quarter of play, the score. Gravette got on the board and got 7. The Prairie Grove Tigers have 14. We'll be back after this.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Okay, we're back. And if you are watching and having trouble hearing from time to time, make sure your sound is turned up as loud as possible on the computers at home. We have some iPhones and iPads up here, and they're coming through fine on there. So we are getting some people saying it's hard to hear. Just make sure everything's turned up as loud as possible. Here comes the punt by Speed. Duarte back deep.
Kick.
Also, that was Duarte and Kyler Bunch back deep. So the Lions are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Just getting started in the second half. The score.
Second quarter.
Or did I say second half?
You're just dying to get to the second half.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get this thing going. In the second quarter, 11:48 to go here in the second quarter. Tigers leading 14-7.
Well, let's see what kind of adjustments Prairie Grove made.
Banta's coming right up under center.
Nice
fumble on the play, and I believe the Tigers, did they get
loose. It? Who made the hit? That was a great play.
That was Nick Sugg.
Was it Nick?
And the Tigers
have the
football at the 22-yard line, and so big turnover there for the Tigers. Nick Sugg, did you see what he did? He played off his block and made the tackle. Guy was still blocking him and made the tackle.
He's the ghost. I'm telling you, he's everywhere.
So first down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 23.
That's a huge turnover. Just when Gravette was getting some momentum, Prairie Grove steals it right back.
Greta Jordan watching. Bob Yarborough also watching. There is J.D. Speed. J.D. Speed!
Yep, there you
Give
go.
him 6, and the Tigers go 23 yards, one play, and J.D. Speed gets 6 more, and it's 20-7.
JD's 5th touchdown on the year. That was a nice run, nice cutback against the grain, and we got ourselves a 20-7 lead. Woohoo!
20-7, and the Tigers are up. 11:28 to go. The extra point by Clement. And it's good. 11:28 to go. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco, and it's 21-7.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, we're back, and wow, now, Zach, this sound is really something tonight. Now all of a sudden it's blowing out the...
And we're all over the place sound-wise, but we're working on it.
J.D. Speed to kick. Nice kick by J.D., and that goes all the way into the end zone. That's J.D.'s first kickoff tonight. Kumar did the other, didn't it? So 11:28, and...
You know, that was an opportunity for Gravette to get themselves, some momentum, get back in the game, and Prairie Grove just jumped up, stole it.
And that was the first play after really a good defensive series by the Lions. They got Prairie Grove in a 3rd and 19 situation, and then they were held. Gentry leading Ozark now 14-7, 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now it's the end of the first quarter, 14-7. Gentry leads Ozark. Last score we got Farmington and Lincoln tied at 7. Now here is the play. There's Duarte brought down by Huckabee.
Still got a few on that one.
And Brandon Nodier also in there to help out. But Duarte is he's a force. He picked up.
And these teams like Pea Ridge and Gravette, they always seem to have that tailback that they can just pitch it to and run. And we've run into a couple of them here the last couple of years.
Well, Duarte is only a junior, so we'll see him again next year. Now keeper by Banta. Banta's going to get forward progress going to get him close to the 27-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. I can't. Every time I say Banta, I think it's Steinfeld. I'm sorry.
I think it's Star Wars.
Bobby Cat in on the tackle. 3rd down. Third down and long 3.
Steinfeld, I think Star Wars.
So 3rd down and 3 for the Lions. Tigers were showing blitz. Now they're backing off. Nodier backs off, looks to the sideline. You better get ready. There's the pitch to Duarte. He's going to be brought up short.
Yeah, Prairie Grove's made an adjustment on that pitch. And, boy, you almost have to think about going for it. If you grab it, it's 4th and 1. And you almost have to think about it.
Nodier in on that tackle.
Banta looks like he's stretching. All right, no, he's just fixing his belt. I thought he was hurt.
Coming in to punt is Bunch. Logan Bartholomew back deep. We haven't seen him at the running back position.
Berryville was the last time Logan played, so.
It's been a few weeks for Bartholomew. And now the kick. Wow. It's straight up. Get away from it, guys. That's going to bounce back. Nope.
Oh, no.
Not a smart play, and Gravette is going to get the ball. Who was that there? That was Nodier. Nodier was thinking 6 points, I think, right there.
Yeah, I think he was.
And but the turnover is going to give Gravette the ball. So that's an interesting way to get a first down for the Gravette Lions.
Yeah, they netted 4 yards on that.
I imagine Mr. Nodier may hear about that
Yeah,
one.
I think he's probably there. Somebody might say something to him over there.
Those are the ones you just get away from. And that gives the Lions the opportunity now with 9:26. A lot of time. The game, you know, for two teams that run the ball a lot, this game seems to be, the clock stop a lot, not moving quite as fast as you might anticipate. There's Duarte. He's maybe picks up a couple of yards there.
He's now got 9 carries, 56 yards. You know, if Brandon gets away from that one, we're sitting pretty at the 33-yard line. It's like getting a turnover.
Absolutely. Yeah, the punt was not a good punt, and the Tigers were going to get fantastic field position. And instead, the Lions have it 2nd down and 9.
Just fighting forward. That's Hoskins. Or, excuse me, Robinson.
Robinson, he's going to pick up about 4. He's going to get 3rd down and 3rd and a long 5. Let's call it 6. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Lions have the ball at their own 43. Tigers up 21-7. 8:25 to go here in the first half. Banta from the shotgun. Now he's going to keep, tucks, runs. He's not going to get the first. Brandon Nodier there to meet Banta. Now there will be another punt.
And I'm quite sure that the coaches are saying, get away from it. Get away from it.
Bunch to punt. You know, Zach, it looks like, you mentioned it, it looks like Prairie Grove's made some adjustments because the last 2 defensive series have looked really good.
Yeah, they're starting to play a little bit downhill instead of waiting for Duarte to turn the corner.
Snap. Better kick this time. Prairie Grove will get away from it. Ball's going to bounce back.
Everybody get away from it.
Somebody, if you're a Gravette player and that ball's going that way, you ought to jump on that. So the Tigers are going to get good field position at the 47.
And the Tigers so far, 146 yards total offense, all of it on the ground. Nick with 95 yards rushing so far.
Gravette, you know, Gravette has not, you know, we were talking about, you know, hoping to have an opportunity to rest some players, but Gravette has not been mercy ruled this year. So no one's, they've had, and, you know, they played Asylum Springs, a 6A school, to a 14-24 ball game. So, you know, they have some talent here, and there is speed, I believe.
He's not going to get much there.
Speed doesn't get much.
You know, this series over the years has been tight. It's 7-5 since they started playing. So it's not like you know, one team's been incredibly dominant.
I'll tell you, Gravette in the late 2000s, there from about 2007 to 2010, when Shiloh was making their run, Gravette had some really stellar teams during unfortunately, the Kyle Frazier years at Shiloh. Quick pass. And that may be intercepted.
It is intercepted.
That's intercepted by number 20, Garrett Bray. Garrett Bray with the interception.
Just tried to lead him too much.
I know Garrett's mother, and she is a very, very sweet person. And I'm telling you, she's got to be proud tonight of her son with that interception. And now Gravette's finding ways to get their first downs.
two uncharacteristic turnovers by the Tigers are certainly keeping them in the game.
7 minutes and 1 second to go here in the first half, and Gravette again with the ball. And now they run their version of a
that's going nowhere.
Wingback reverse, and that went nowhere.
Uh-oh.
Nick Sugg trying to get 6 more. And with that ball being down, we don't need another picture from P. Ridge telling us that it was down. So
get over it. Just get over it already. I got pictures too. Football games are in deer.
down and 13 for the Lions. There's Robinson, and Robinson
He's got
got
it back.
Had it back close to the original line of scrimmage.
It just feels awkward. It feels a little disjointed. Like nobody's been able to get into a rhythm just yet.
Storley that time on the tackle. 3rd and 9 for the Lions.
I'm pretty sure that Prairie Grove doesn't have to. They're not going to throw the ball again. I think it's going to be straight running.
Mayday over here. Zach, he's a sophomore. And now
It looks like Gravette's going to take a timeout.
Gravette is going to take a timeout. Let's take a timeout with them. With 5:36 to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove 21, Gravette 7.
Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today, the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet.
Okay, we're back in updated scores. Gentry 21, Ozark 14. Lincoln and Farmington all tied up at 7 in Farmington tonight.
Looking down here at your iPad, I noticed the only icon you have is Song Pop. Well, they got the bubble. Oh, they threw that one right to him. Oh, JD. JD's going to have nightmares about that one. But that'll bring up a 4th down. And we're going to try this punt return thing again.
Here comes the punt. This is the 3rd punt.
Yeah, they're averaging 9 yards a punt right now.
Bunch the punt. Bartholomew deep. They went after it that time, and now fair catch called by.
Just get away from it.
He just got away, and the ball's going to roll dead at the Prairie Grove 37. And the Tigers take over there 1st and 10. 5:23 to go in the first half.
I'll make you a prediction here, and I'm certainly not the Nostradamus of play calling, but I don't think the ball's going in the air. I think you're going to see a lot of Nick, a lot of JD, with an occasional Bobby sprinkled in there. And as I say that, they'll probably go deep on the first play.
And that was a busted play,
yeah.
and he's going to be sacked, or dropped, I should say, by Robinson. Storley's going to be knocked all the way back. That's a 10-yard loss.
It looked like Jacob thought it was the draw, and JD just kind of stood there. And that's the kind of thing you got to get cleaned up before next week.
Yeah, you can't be making those mistakes, especially as you get close to playoffs. Those are things that you see happen at the beginning of the year. It's not something you should be seeing at this juncture of the season.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 18, and this is certainly not where Prairie Grove is comfortable.
And that's kind of those types of plays, that's a lack of concentration. 2nd down and 18, and there is JD Speed.
He'll make up for it.
He makes up for it. Gets it up to the 40-yard line.
He's just steady, isn't he? Just a steady football player.
3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7, 4:20 to go here in the first half. Tigers are holding on to a 21-7 lead. Gravette had a nice drive. Since that drive, Gravette's had 3 possessions. They've been fast possessions because of turnovers, and all 3 of them have ended up in a punt.
And a fumble.
And a fumble, that is correct. And there's the draw play.
There's the draw they tried earlier. JD's loose.
JD Speed got the first down at the 50-yard line. JD Speed. He's brought down. Number 78 is Jacob Taylor. Taylor's made a couple of tackles tonight. He's hobbling a little bit after that one.
You'd be hobbling too if you ran into JD. He's a stout young man. JD's 6 carries, 51 yards and a TD.
I'd probably be hobbling if I ran into the water boy back.
If you and I bumped into each other, we'd be hobbling.
1st and 10, ball at the 50. There is a keeper by Storley.
Jacob's got a lot of room, and Storley's just going to keep, and he's going to go down at the 25. Nice job out there by Chamberlain, keeping his man at bay.
You can read his name, don't hit him.
And what he did is, you noticed that the player he was blocking turned, and he kind of let up to make sure.
Just put his hand on him.
Yep.
He had control of him. It's good play by Jacob not to pitch the ball, get down without taking a whole lot of contact.
And he kept the back there kept a nice pitch relationship. So if he had needed to pitch, and then he decided to tuck it up.
We sound like we know what we're talking about.
Wow.
Oh, how do you like
Wow.
that?
That's a full house backfield, and there's
And Bobby Cat.
Bobby Cat hit the ground hard that time, but he's going to get close to the 20. Still picks up 4 yards.
With 3 minutes to go here, I don't think Prairie Grove's in any kind of hurry to get in the end zone. Sure like to get in there.
3 minutes to go, as you said, 21-7. Tigers with the ball. He is only going to give him 3 yards there. It's going to be the ball at the 22-yard line.
Interesting. JD and Bobby split wide.
There's Nick Suggs.
Just give it to Nick.
Split him out wide so you can hand it to Nick.
Yep.
He's going to get inside the 20 down to about the 18. Farmington and Lincoln still all tied up at 7, so that's a little bit more of a battle than you anticipated,
Yeah,
I believe.
I really thought that one would be somewhat one-sided, but Tigers approaching 200 yards rushing here in the first half. 20 carries, 190 yards.
LDC, I believe that stands for Lion Demolition Crew or something like that. Quick pass. Oh! Jacob threw it behind him just a little bit, but catchable ball. Catchable ball there by Stainer.
He's wide open.
2:17 to go, and the Tigers are probably going to go for it here.
What do you like here, Coach?
Nick Suggs.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. Giving it to Nick's never a bad idea.
I like Nick. I like JD Speed,
Bobby
Cat.
And any one of them will work.
Keeper by Storley. I'd rather not have Storley keep it, but there's the quick pitch. JD, I think he's going to be short.
Yeah, he's going to be very short.
So a nice job that time by the Lions, and they're fired up. 2:10 to go here in the first half, and good stop, good tackle. They played the pitch well.
And Prairie Grove again doesn't quite have that edge that we were looking for. And give Gravette credit; they stood tall and turned them away.
If I'm not mistaken, we kind of ran that to the short side of the field that time.
Oh, you sound like my dad. That was my dad's biggest pet peeve, was running things to the short side.
I'm old, but I'm not that old, Zach. First and 10 for the Lions. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, they have certainly adjusted to that.
Connor West. I think it was West and Diebold in there on that stop.
Gravette gets the ball to start the second half. They may be content here just to run this out and get to halftime.
Second down for the Lions.
He's got the corner.
Soule lines up in the Wildcat that time, keeps it. 1:23 to go, a timeout. Well, no timeout. They're stopping the clock for the movement of the chains, and so that's a first down at the Lion 27. 1:22, and the clock's running.
That's 100 yards rushing in the first half for Gravette.
They've done a decent job of moving the ball. They had one good drive, and since then they've had some success.
They've made the change at quarterback, too. Banta's out.
Duarte again gets up to the 30.
When he came off the field the last time, he was messing with his right hip.
Well,
and I thought he was just tightening his belt, but he's out of there now.
Well, when I saw it, I thought they were lined up in the Wildcat, but I guess I guess he's in at quarterback.
Looks like we got a timeout. Yeah, Prairie Grove took the timeout.
So the Tigers take a timeout, hoping maybe they get one more shot at the end zone or something.
It's never a bad idea to give Logan a shot on the punt return.
Well, let's take a timeout with them. 31 seconds to go here in the first half. Tigers 21, Lions 7.
You just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Okay, third down, 3rd and 7 here for the Lions.
Looks like they brought Banta back in. They got to be looking to throw it if they brought their quarterback back in, right? Nope.
Nope, they bounces off.
Good play.
That's Nick Sugg. He rides down Duarte, and so it's going to be 4th down. And now Gravette's going to punt. You know, they went after the punt last time, Zach.
They got a decent rush. I wonder if they were just testing the waters.
Well, 25 seconds to go here in the first half, and been a good football game. I mean, it's been kind of an odd pace to the game, but it's 21-7.
You just keep waiting for somebody to grasp control of it. You know, if one team gets it for a second, then the other one comes back and reasserts themselves, and you just keep waiting for the Tigers to explode and get that big lead, and then do what they do. And Gravette just keeps fighting back and staying in the game and making plays.
I think Gravette's played an excellent football game tonight.
Wow. Logan is 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. Now he backs up to 19.
I think this means he's trying to get his hands on it to actually get a return. And they're setting up the return. He's not going to get a chance to return it, and the ball's going to go out of bounds right at midfield. $18 seconds.
Ball is going to be placed at the 50-yard line with 17 and 10 seconds.
Well, they are really struggling punting. That's 13 yards per punt.
Wow. Well, Zach, we just got an update on the Farmington-Lincoln game. Lincoln now up on Farmington 14-7. Lincoln, I think, really wants that game. It's Farmington's last time in the 4A. I don't see Farmington getting any smaller, so I think they're going to be in the 5A for quite some time.
I think Lincoln had designs on making that a big score.
14-7 they lead, and now Storley back to pass, screen pass set up, complete. JD Speed inside. There's a flag down.
I think we got an illegal man downfield. Just took a little too long to develop.
I think you're right.
Yeah, based on where they threw the flag, which is on Gravette's 41-yard line, that's got to be an illegal man downfield. It's a good idea.
Don't look now, but we sound like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, nobody would confuse us with that. No flag.
Wow, no, we don't know what we're talking about. So
well, I think we were talking about the same thing they were talking about.
I think you're right.
So they mark it at the 35?
36. 8.3 seconds.
And the clock's going to run here, so Prairie Grove's got to get up to the line quick if they're going to do this. Yep, 6, 5, last play. That's Logan.
Bartholomew gets inside the 20, but that's when the clock's going to run out, and that's going to do it for the first half. The score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 21, the Gravette Lions 7. Stay tuned for halftime with the Prairie Grove Marching Band.
PG Telco, built on community. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Yes, a special night indeed. In fact, one might even call it a thriller. Yes, magic is a wonderful thing. Sort of the science of the imagination, but with a special twist. But when science goes awry, well, let's just say things can get interesting. My family physician once did an experiment that had, let us say, unexpected results. What's the good doctor's name, you ask? His name would be Dr. Frankenstein. What a wonderful gathering of new and old friends. In fact, it reminds me of another wonderful evening from not so long ago. Let's have a toast and do the time warp. It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for much longer. I've got to keep control. It's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right. You put your hands on your hips, and bring your knees in tight. But it's the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. Sing it with us now. Now it's time to say goodbye. My lovely Bella calls me with a mournful sigh. I long to join her in that dark domain. Our love in the darkness is all that remains. Our bones will rest again in the quiet of sleep. Band and mates at the end of drama. This is our Twilight Saga.
My name's Austin Cunningham. Davis. And we're going to be with you again for This Week in the Grove. Now, today we've got a special guest with us, the guy that's helping us with Tigers Online from our tech department, Ray Rulin. Danny's going to ask him a few questions to see what it's like to be a Ray.
Oh, Ray. So waiting for this all year. Yeah, Danny, how's it going tonight? Pretty good. How are you? Good, good. I mean, this is our last night of the conference. I mean, it kind of feels a little weird in my senior year, so. Yeah, it's been a great season, though. I mean, PG Tigers Online's been awesome all year.
It's grown a lot
Grown a lot. Lots of people out there watching and listening to us.
on our phones now.
True. Today,
That's new.
just today, brand new. You can watch the games on your iPhones, iPads, and Androids.
I think that's cool because normally go you still can't watch, but now you can. So, well, Ray, I want to start off by talking about this year. You've been new to us because last year we had a different tech person named Miles.
Right.
You guys all remember Miles.
Right.
But it's been great having you. We've gotten really close. We've had those long car rides to know each other. It's been great working with you out and during school. I guess one of my questions, Ray, is going to be, what do you think about Tiger broadcast? Like, how do you feel about you coming in this year? How do you think that we've maybe grown a little bit? What's your input?
I definitely think we've grown this year. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that this is a great thing for them to get to be able to watch the games from home. I mean, there's some people that can't travel to make it to the games, and this is fantastic for them to be able to do that. It's been great hanging out with you guys with the East Lab and everything this year to get to be able to bring this to everybody. So it's been a good season.
It has. I mean, like we said, this is our last conference game of the season, but we still have the playoffs coming up next week, which we've already secured our spot. We've already know who we're playing, and I believe it's a home game if I'm correct.
That's correct. It will be a home game.
That's nice to know that we're going to have a. Remember last year, Prairie's home games went really well because we went all the way up till we actually traveled to Stuttgart.
Right.
Next question, Ray. You've been a big part for us. I don't know if you know that, but we want to gratitude that out to you because you have been a big part to us, not just helping with broadcast, but in the classroom. You've been a great teacher. I've loved learning from you these last 2 years.
Thank you.
One of my questions I wanted to ask you was, what do you think about your students? Do you think we've maybe come along with the equipment?
I definitely think so. I mean, I'm a tech person, so I work with technical stuff every day, and I understand that technology has glitches, and I deal with that on a daily basis. But you guys have definitely overcome this season, and so there has been a few times where we've had some issues, but we always seem to overcome them on Friday night and make sure everything's up and working.
And we've had some crazy ones.
We have had some crazy games this season. So
I'm not going to mention the game out loud, but we had one that kind of scared us. We all thought we were going to be kind of out that one.
yes.
But we overcame that. And we rigged everything, but it worked.
Hey, everything worked. That's definitely one thing that the people watching at home on Friday nights don't get to see. They don't get to see the behind the scenes that goes all into this.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And there's a lot of lugging heavy stuff around and putting stuff up. So I definitely give you guys some kudos for always coming out and sitting out in the cold sometimes. And
Well, today we're in a nice heat.
today we're in a nice heated press box, which is fantastic.
With a bathroom.
With a bathroom,
So
which is
we don't have to
awesome.
go out in the cold very much. Well, Ray, my last question for you before we go on to the rest of the show is, Ray, they got you on the spot here. I got to know. Do you love us, these live kids?
Love the East Lab kids, man. They're fun. They're fun to get to hang out with on Friday nights, and I get to see them during the school day over in the East Lab, helping them out, get things ready for the Friday night games, and pretty soon it'll be coming up with basketball.
Yeah, you see me in your office, so
that's true.
But I told Justin, I told you to get him on the spot on that one. Well, I guess we're going to let the show go to me and Austin real quick, Ray. I really appreciate it. Like I said, thank you for all your help you give us
bet.
this year. And we have a whole, this is only what? Semester, 9 weeks and a half here. So
That's right.
We got a whole half semester, so.
All right, well, I'm going to turn it over to Austin.
Thanks, Ray. I mean, he's been a huge part of what we do this year. Wasn't for him, we'd have mental and technological breakdowns every week.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I forgot to mention this. Wish I did, but one thing you don't know is Ray has been trying to get a thing of nachos from every place we have traveled to, and he so far, I believe, agrees that Prairie Grove has the best nachos.
Prairie Grove is the best nachos, so make sure that you come out next week during the playoffs and get you a big old steaming mess of nachos.
Yeah, I like the playoffs because we get fed during the playoffs.
Yes, that's
pizza.
Definitely a plus of the playoffs. Well, this week in the Grove, basketball season kind of kicked off. We had the black and gold game that was on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, Tuesday night, and both teams did really well.
Heard Alex Gibney had a buzzer beater.
Alex Gibney had an amazing buzzer beater. I was sitting over there in the student section, and they just about knocked me out of my seat, jumping up and down on that one. But, I mean, you had the seniors, for the girls anyway, the upperclassmen. I believe there was one sophomore with the upperclassmen on the black team. And then the gold team was the underclassmen. I'm excited to see the season this year, like the regular season, because the underclassmen brought it.
Oh, I heard. I mean,
they brought it. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. They are fierce. I mean, that's why I love watching girls basketball. It's just like a fight every time you go out there. Just super aggressive.
And we have a very strong girls basketball team. You know, we've made it in the playoffs, I believe, 3-4 years in a row. We've made it to the state championship last year, only got beat by 1 point, so that
was a heartbreaker.
I mean, it was a heartbreaker, but still, to see those girls try as hard as they did, and I mean, they played both teams. Austin, the score was like 32-31, so if it's that low score, you know they're playing defense.
Yeah. One thing that we're missing this year that I feel is like going to be a factor that we're going to have to overcome, and I have no doubt that they will overcome it, is just size. I mean, you're getting rid of those seniors like Justine Huber, who were tall down by the block.
Oh yeah.
And just we don't have that like we did last year, but we have aggressiveness.
We did
for
keep,
sure this year.
4 of our main starters. If you know, we have Lacey Beeks back, and she was a big player last year. Austin. I mean, I remember watching her. I'm not
sure
if you
tore it up.
remember this. We were at you and me were at the regional tournament. They were playing Dardanelle. Sam Leaders, by the way. I have to give Zach a shout out on that one. But we're playing them, and I remember she just point after point.
She was tearing it up.
We also got Abby Smith. We have Callie Robinson. We have Macy Colton. All 4 coming back to start this year and playing amazingly.
Yeah, those are all going to be key players. And I mean, the guys even, they were showing signs of being a decent team this year. Ty-Tys can play some basketball. And I mean, the boys' team's not something we're lacking height on, so I'm pretty excited to see them this year. Last night, of course, there was the junior high boys game. We actually won that one 38-7. That was a pretty cool game to watch.
Yeah, cool game indeed, because it was cold.
It was literally cool. It was cold. I was there in a jacket.
I heard you didn't get your hot chocolate, Austin.
I didn't get my hot chocolate. I had to end up settling for coffee, but hey, that works.
Still warm at the end.
Still warm. It warmed the body. So, and also this week, on the east side of things, our facilitator, Melissa Burton, went to Harbor High School and just try to see how other east systems work. And I mean, she's seeing a lot of the same stuff that we're doing here, and also things to improve on that are really, I mean, I'm already seeing this week, people are more on task, more focused, more ready to take these projects to East Conference like last year. This year's going to be a big year for our conference team, so I think it's going to be a good deal.
One thing I think we should bring up, Austin, here is, we talked about it last week, real quick. The little kids schools are still having that Danimals
thing for their new
their new
playground.
Just did a lot of the recording for them this week. We got them a commercial, hopefully setting up soon. What you do, parents, is just buy some animals, give those to your kids.
Make sure they have the competition label.
Yeah, make sure there's competition ones, and then bring those in, give those to your kids, and they'll bring those to the school and win those codes and hopefully win them a playground, which I will probably go play on, Austin, by the way.
I'm sure you will, Danny.
Oh, you're going to come too. What are you talking about?
Of course. Well, that's going to do it for This Week in the Grove. We're about to turn it back over to Zach and Lynn for the second half. So, for This Week in the Grove, I'm Austin Cunningham.
I'm Danny Davis.
We'll see you next week.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, we're back with you with the stats from the first half. Stats of the first half brought to you by the Bank of Fayetteville. And Zach, what are our stats?
Comfortable over there?
Very comfortable.
Prairie Grove 224 yards, total offense 209 to that. For 13. I'll be picking up in a couple of weeks. He had an 18-yard run there at the end of the first half. JD with the only reception of the night for 15 yards. Prairie Grove just won. Gravette also won the penalty, but one was face mask one. Two first-half turnovers, one of them on the punt, the fumble on the punt, the other an interception by Mr. Bray, and we stand 21-7 at halftime. Gravette's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Well, they get the ball to start the second half. They could close the gap, and one of the things, Zach, is that Prairie Grove has been, they ended it inside the 20. They've been down inside the 20, inside the 30 a couple times and come up empty.
They really haven't had any trouble moving the football. They're averaging 9 yards per play. It's just been little things at critical times that kind of set them back. Talking about getting that edge ready for the playoffs, they're just not sharp.
Yeah, and you know what? They need to be sharp here in the second half and get ready for that next week. Some scores: Gentry leading Ozark 21-20 at halftime. The last last score that we had from Farmington and Lincoln was 14-7 Lincoln. Malvern trailing Arkadelphia 14-3. That's a big game in the 4A7.
Springdale leading Harbor. That's big.
It's huge.
But it's weird night. It's that final night. You got senior nights going on around the state, and it's just one of those nights. Some teams looking forward. I think Prairie Grove might be kind of going through the motions tonight. Thinking ahead to next week.
They better not go through the motions too much, or they'll end up with a victory or a loss, and a victory by Lincoln would. They'd have to share something that I don't think they really want to share.
No, I think that was pretty clear in the first half, and I think Coach Absher's going to have he's going to have some things to build on here in the second half, and we'll see how Prairie Grove comes out. They've done a nice job on Cedric Duarte after really getting going on his first 3 carries. He had 3 carries for 45 yards. Since then, 9 carries for 20 yards. So they've done a really nice job on him. He leads the way rushing for Gravette. But Gravette, 108 yards on the ground. That's a high number against this defense.
And 27 rushes, so averaging about 4 yards a carry.
They're moving the football. They've not had they've had some inopportune plays or some mistakes at some inopportune times, and it's been Prairie Grove's been there to take care of it.
Well, that's going to do it for halftime as Gravette prepares to receive the kick. Duarte and Shimmer back deep.
And we are ready to go.
And Clement to kick. Going to be fielded by Shimmer. Wow, it barely went out of bounds.
Got out of bounds, didn't it?
So with that, it's going to go be spotted at the 35-yard line, and that's where Gravette's going to take over for their first series of the second half. Tigers still with all their starters. It may, I know you think about, you rest players and stuff, and hopefully you don't get anyone hurt, but, sometimes you don't want that week off because of you want to stay sharp too.
Yeah, and Prairie Grove just was not sharp in the first half at all. And they've got some things to work on.
Here's Duarte hit
nice
in the
play,
backfield, but now he breaks away, breaks another tackle, and he's going to be close to first down.
He's just tough to tackle.
Bartholomew and Storley bring him down, and so ball at the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup.
They had it blown up in the backfield. They just couldn't wrap him up.
Robinson, Duarte are your running backs. Banta to throw. Banta incomplete, intended for Duarte. Banta was starting to get pressure just as he released it.
Yeah, he could feel Jackson Diebold coming, and he got rid of it. They ran a little wheel route, and it just barely overthrew him. Banta now 1 out of 4 passing for 28 yards, and the one completion was the touchdown.
We'll have the
Second down. Here's the pitch. Duarte's got the first.
Yep, bounced it to the outside. They overcommitted inside.
Brought down by Bartholomew. He goes to the 49.
I'm taking advantage of the iPhone app over here. It's pretty cool. You know, I've got the iPhone 1 flip phone.
So they're... Duarte again. Wow,
Boy,
he just
he's
lowers.
Strong. He is strong.
Connor West.
This is the way they started the first half, with a nice, concise drive, and the first drive stalled out, but
They've got the ball at the Prairie Grove 44. This drive started at their own 35. They've gone already 20 yards. Robinson hit.
yeah, not much there, but he's still fighting.
Diebold hits him first, and then several Tigers come in to help out. They're going to probably give him a yard on the play. Let's see where they spot. No. They maybe gave him a foot on the play. So
not a whole lot there.
3rd down and 2 now for the Lions. 10 minutes now to go here in the third quarter. Just underway here in the second half. Third and 2. Lions line up in the eye. Pitch to Duarte. He's got room, first down inside the 40.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job sealing off the Prairie Grove defense and getting a push. You know, Tigers again going to have to make some adjustments.
Elliott Chamberlain and Bobby Catt come over to make the tackle. Arkadelphia leading at halftime over Malvern 14-10. So that game got a little more interesting.
That's a huge game down south. Huge game.
1st and 10, Gravette in the Prairie Grove territory, and now Banta looks, throws, complete to Robinson. Robinson slips at the 36, so pickup of about 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7 now for the Lions.
Yeah, that sense of urgency is certainly with Gravette right now.
2nd and 7.
Tigers need to get a negative play. Maybe a little party in the backfield is what the Tigers need.
There's Duarte. He breaks a tackle, 2 tackles, 3.
3 tackles, and
wow,
keeps going.
He's running the ball hard. And Prairie Grove's just not wrapping up. He's just breaking tackles and running the ball hard.
It's now 17 carries, 98 yards for Mr. Duarte.
28-yard line.
You know, if they're able to score here,
we have a ball game.
Yeah, we definitely have a ball game.
There's Robinson. He's hit. That looks like Bobby Catt. And Nodier.
Haven't called his name a lot tonight.
Actually, I made a mistake. That was not Catt. That was Dakota Hutchinson.
Dakota's going to play a large part in Prairie Grove's playoff run with the injury to Eli Lopez.
Well, we're at a part where I fumble on the play. Ball's just out there,
and the Tigers have it.
Prairie Grove has it.
Look like
that is
Jacob
Storley. You know, they've had a couple of inopportune turnovers.
Yeah, it hit him right in the hands, and he didn't secure the ball, and it's Prairie Grove football. But now if you're Prairie Grove, this is where you want to put the game away.
Go up to the concession stand at the table or you win.
There's JD. He'll get up to the 35.
JD gets up to the 35-yard line.
So 4-6-5. 4-6-5 is the win kick.
I think the fans here are more interested in the 50-50 raffle right now. I think we lost a few.
5-yard pickup that time, so 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. In motion is Cat. Storley rolls to his right, throws, hits Cat off the fingertips. 3rd down and 5 now for the
Jacobs
Tigers.
he's just a tad off tonight. 1 out of 4 passing for 15 yards.
Though now. Okay, 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. There's Nick Sugg, and Sugg has the 1st down.
He is just shifty. Love to watch him run.
He was brought down by, I believe that was number 14, Jacob Bookout.
That's 6 carries, 105 for Nick tonight.
So I believe that's his third straight
100-yard game. Have to text his daddy and tell him he's over 100.
7:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers leading 21-7. Here's Nick again. Nick, 9 more yards.
Yeah, and I think this looks more like the Prairie Grove offense we wanted to see. It's just 6 and 7 yards at a time, and certainly getting the ball to 7's never a bad plan.
He's done a nice job. Now Storley's going to go from the shotgun. In motion is Cat. Cat's got it. Turns it upfield. Bobby Cat.
Bobby.
Look at Bobby Cat. Go Bobby Cat. He spins. Look at Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat.
Bobby.
Bobby Cat goes down the 11-yard line. That's not a bad option either.
No, that's never a bad option to give it to 23 either. Man, he is just hard to bring down.
Watching him and Duarte run, they're similar.
Yeah, they are. They are. Bobby's just a little bit bigger, but Duarte's, he plays as big as Bobby does.
1st down and 10 for the Tigers at the 11, so they can get a 1st down without a touchdown. There's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat inside the 5, down at about the 3-yard line.
Now, come on, he's gotten you all the way down here. You got to give it to him again, right?
They're going to actually spot it at the 4-yard line, so 2nd down and 3 to go.
6 carries, 59 yards for Bobby. 39 of that coming on the one run we just saw.
Lincoln driving on in Farmington right now, what I'm hearing in the background. In motion is Cat. This time it's going to be
Jacob
Storley.
And he is in.
Give him 6, and Jacob Storley now gives the Tigers a 27-7 lead. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. And a flag now, so just hold your pocketbook there, PG Telco.
Oh, man. Chop block.
That's going to be a 10-yard step off. Or is that,
that might be 15. 10? All right.
Actually,
I thought a chop block.
They marked it over 7. That's a 7-yard penalty.
All right. So they marked it back to the 11.
So back to 21, and so take away the touchdown and see if the Tigers can convert. 5:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So we're back to 2nd and 10. I think they just realized they marked off a 7-yard penalty.
Lincoln scored, and now Lincoln leads Farmington 21-7 in the 3rd quarter. Ray, one of our tech guys here, said that Lincoln threw a long pass, got inside there quick, and
What did they just Google it to figure out what the penalty was? Come on, guys. I mean, I just.
That's 15 yards. Step off.
I mean, hey, remember the old the pocket referee book? I mean, come on, guys.
Now there is Nick Sugg. Nick gets down to the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Well, let's make it 3rd and 9.
I think you're in 2-down territory, obviously, if you're Prairie Grove. I like the option that they scored on the last time.
You know, a field goal wouldn't be the worst thing here, Zach. You get the points, and it makes it a...
I don't think we want to break our string of not having tried one this year.
I think we did. We missed
one.
one.
Yeah, well, that's true. Made one. Excuse me.
Storley, he's back. Zach, that was just a miss.
That's 2 or 3 times that's happened tonight.
And you know what happened to Duarte a while ago? So I wonder if the Colts have any effect on that.
Well, you know what I like here is I like to isolate Dylan one-on-one. I mean, he's 6'6". Spread him out. Just throw it up to him. Let him go get it.
This past Tuesday night, we had the Prairie Grove Black and Gold basketball game. It was great to see the boys look pretty decent the other night, but what was interesting was to see the girls play without them seeing Justine Huber for the first time in 4 years. Now the timeout's going to be called by Prairie Grove. Let's take this timeout with them. A 4:19 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Prairie Grove leading 21-7.
Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean. And Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product you need to meet your unique challenges. From the bathroom and the kitchen with Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach. And even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger Athletics and activities.
Okay, situation is here. 4th down and 17 to go. Tigers need to get it down to just inside the 2.
I say keep your eye on 17 here.
We'll see what's going to happen here. Nice defensive play. They
tried a fumble Ruski, did they?
And it did not work. It sniffed out that time by the Lions.
It was Connor who had the ball.
Well, I guess we saw Connor run that fumble back a couple weeks ago. Thought maybe he
demonstrated some speed.
Well, the Lions are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 25. 4:14 to go here in the 3rd.
That's an interesting call.
So, Tigers been held scoreless for quite some time now. From the I formation is Banta. Now, Duarte moves. Now, Banta back to pass.
Oh, they're going deep.
Going deep. And
oh, my goodness.
Misreads it.
Completely lost him.
And now tackled there. Zach Downey back there to make the tackle. Dodd lost him.
Yeah, I mean, if confused, hit the man in the opposite color jersey.
So.
Yeah, he just completely got turned around, lost the football, and just not a good play there on the outside.
Good play selection that time by Gravette. I mean, to make the big stop and then go deep. Now they're driving. There's Duarte. He just boom.
Man.
I think he just lowered a boom that time on Chamberlain.
Yeah, I think he got the first down. Sure did.
So first down for the Lions, and the Lions are...
That puts him over 105 yards, and 19 carries, 105 yards.
21-7, and the Lions are knocking on the door at the 20. There's Robinson. Robinson gets inside the 20. Downey comes up to help make the tackle. Second and 6. Zach, this is going to... I think this one might end up going down the wire tonight.
I think that's where we're heading. That's the play they scored on.
Wow. Heaton caught it, but a nice hit that time immediately hit that time by Nodier. But now they're knocking on the door of the Tigers at
we
the
got
8,
a penalty.
first and goal.
We got a penalty. This should be fun.
Let's see what kind of yards penalty this one ends up being.
Now, where are they going to mark? It's a spot foul. Yeah, so
wow, that hurt. That is a killer penalty for the Lions. They had the ball at the 8, and with that spot foul.
And it's enforced from the 25, which will push them all the way back to the 35.
And
wow, that's a huge penalty.
That was huge that time. And wow. And a long way to go.
Yeah, but the way they've been moving the football, you know, this will make 2nd and 24 here. And they want to go quick.
And I think that what happened to them, Zach, the clock,
again?
well, the clock got down to under 7 seconds. That's why they were running it. I think they kind of lost track of time after the penalty. Now they're going to back up 5 more, so it's going to be 2nd and 28. Well, I'll ask you what you asked me. What do you dial up for 2nd and 28, Zach?
You know what? If I'm the Gravette coaching staff, I'm running the toss sweep to Duarte. The way they've run the football, you know, that would be my best option right now.
Well, they're going to go right up the middle with Duarte, and that's not a bad option, Coach. Chamberlain knocks him down.
You know, it's 3rd and 17. And I don't think I wouldn't get far away from that. I mean, you got to look at this as 2-down territory. You probably got to get 9 or 10 of this just to make it manageable.
We're down to the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. No score at all by either team here in the third. Gravette got close, but then had the penalty. Now he's back to pass, looks over to his left. It's complete.
And he's going to have the he's close, but there's a fumble.
They're going to say he's down. Wow.
Yeah, well, now it's 4th and 1. I mean, that's perfect.
I'll tell you, that was great play calls, great execution that time by the Lions, and now a very manageable 3rd and 1. It was 2nd and 28.
Yeah, and then in 2 plays, they've managed to pick up 27 yards. And I mean, if you're the Tigers, you almost need something to happen here to get a spark.
We're down to 1 minute to go here in the third.
You know who's getting the ball. No shock there, but they stopped him.
No, it's going to be depends on the spot. It's going to depend on the spot.
I
don't think he got it. I don't think he got it, but
I think they stopped him. Yep, offense is coming on the field.
Wow, and a big stop.
You know, hello. And just what I was saying is you need some kind of a spark, they just seem flat tonight. There's no emotion.
Well, I'll tell you, this second half so far, Gravette is, to me, is probably won the statistical battle here in the second half.
They've got 159 yards here in the second half. I mean, they've gone up and down the field.
Just been unable to cash in. That's probably the shortest gain Suggs made tonight. Just picks up a couple yards. 2nd down and 8. Tigers will probably get one more playoff here in the 3rd quarter, and that's going to do it.
You know what we haven't seen tonight is the outside sweep at all. And as I say that,
JD Speed. JD Speed. No, that's Logan.
No, that's JD.
Is that? I can't see those numbers. I can't.
As I say, we haven't seen the outside sweep.
There he goes.
I play a lot of Madden. Good run. That'll put JD up over. That'll put him up over 100.
JD's over 100 as well.
120.
So Nick Sugg with 122 yards. JD Speed with 120.
And Bobby closing in. He's got 59.
Wow.
I think if you're Prairie Grove, you let the clock run out and head to the 4th quarter.
That's what they're going to do. And well, someone may have called a timeout. Oh, I think the chain gang called a timeout.
That's a long run for those guys. I mean, look, if I had to make that run, I'd have to stop at the 50 for a water break.
They're going to get this thing started again. No points here in the 3rd quarter.
That run by JD, 63 yards. I believe that may be his longest run of the year. I'll get the PG research and stats. That is his longest run of the year. It was 61 prior to that.
That's going to do it here for the 3rd quarter, Zach. And the score remains Prairie Grove 21, Gravette 7. We got one more quarter of football. We'll be back after this.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Put the Lincoln one on there. Farmington one. Okay, we begin the 4th quarter. Prairie Grove with the ball at the Lion 23. It's going to be 1st down and 10.
Tigers on JD Speed's run went up over 300 yards of rushing. They came in averaging 314. They're sitting on 331 right now.
Nick Sugg battles. He's going to pick up about 3. They've honed in on Nick the last couple of carries.
Yeah, they're really dropping his average under 10 yards a carry. Nick, 10 carries, 124 yards.
I hesitate to criticize anything about this wonderful press box, but it's a little bit of a block here.
Safety first, Lynn. We need that to keep the ceiling up.
2nd down and 7.
It's JD. Looks like it's going to be darn close to the 1st down. They mark him down the 14. Bring up 3rd and 1. Oh, that's nice. I like that. JD again.
JD, give him 6. Hey, 27-7.
All right, everybody exhale. No flags, right?
Now PG Telco has sponsored another touchdown. 27-7, the Tigers lead, and 10:43 to go in the ball game, and now a little bit, like you said, kind of breathe a sigh of relief.
And JD now 141 on the ground tonight. And
That
good.
was Morrell holding tonight. You know, usually it's Chamberlain. That was Morrell that time on the hold. And with 10:43 to go, Prairie Grove leads 28-7.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, we're back with you. Update on the Lincoln-Farmington game, 21-7.
I'm really shocked that game's as close as it is. You know, their kick coverage tonight has been really good. They haven't had any breakdowns in the kick game, so.
Shea Shimmer on the return. He gets it out to the 30.
Say that 3 times fast.
No way. 10:35 to go here in the ball game. Tigers up now 28-7.
Still got the starters out there. I think Blake Falk's come in at a corner spot. Or is that Downey? I can never get the 80 and 20 straight.
It looks like it's Downey.
Good play out there. Who was that? Connor?
Actually, that was Falk on that tackle.
It's a good tackle. Good open field tackle.
Second down. Long 6 to go now for Gravette. Soleil back in at quarterback. He bobbles it. Nice spin.
Move.
He's got the first down.
Yeah,
nice
that's a
job.
nice move.
He turned that play into a nice game.
Starting to see some of the reserves playing a little bit.
Well, as the clock begins to move now, 9:41. Wouldn't be a bad idea to start getting some guys.
Yeah.
Don't want any kind of accident or something to happen, injury to happen here. Timeout, Gravette. 9:27 to go in the ball game. Timeout, Gravette. The score, Prairie Grove 28, Gravette 7.
Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor.
Okay, we're back with you. 9:27 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove up 28-7. First and 10 for Gravette at their own 41.
5 wide. Haven't seen this much tonight.
Shimmer in motion.
Now that was a hold. We can let it go, I guess.
Shimmer pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, I think they got a little jersey on JD on the outside, but
Pushed out of bounds that time by Aaron Price. 2nd down and 6 for the Lions. 9:22 to go. Boy, stay in bounds and get this clock running.
You know, the last time we were up here on the way home, I got lost. Wound up out in Bella Vista. I don't know.
Another nice run that time by Soleil. Several Tigers in there. Price, Nodier, Reynolds, and Zach Downey. And Zach Downey looks like he may be hurt there. Downey goes down. Well, while they attend to Downey, let's take a break. 9:14 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove 28, Gravette 7.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Looks like Downey's going off for the most part on his own. 9:14 to go. 1st and 10 for Gravette. Ball at the Prairie Grove 47. Robinson inside the 45 to the 43. Speed. Hacker. Diebold all in on the tackle.
You know, there's got to be some sort of a sense of urgency here if you're Gravette. You got to start going faster. Maybe put the ball up a little bit here if you're going to try and make something here.
Here's that pitch.
Yep, they're doing a nice
Duarte,
job.
Nice
on that.
job
Nice
that
job.
time. That was Nodier. He got in there.
Nick,
lost on the play.
Nick made him hurdle, which I don't think you can do, but apparently that only gets called on us.
3rd down and 9 now for Gravette. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Let's see if we could get an update on the Gentry Ozark score. That's going to finish the final playoff spot. Looks like if Lincoln holds on, they're going to get the 2 seed from the 1-4A.
And a visit from Nashville.
And now
There you
Banta,
go.
he's going to be sacked.
Who got him? Nick.
Nick Sugg.
Who else?
The ghost.
You never see him, but he's always there.
4th and 10 now for Gravette. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, Zach, after this if we may see some substitutes.
Yeah, I would think so. Here with 7 minutes to go. Although, at the end of the day, I mean, they've got 354 yards of offense. It hasn't been a bad offensive performance, but they just have not had that spark.
There's a nice screen play.
He's going to get it.
He's going to go, and that screen play goes inside Prairie Grove's 10. That's Heaton. Heaton's made some big plays for them tonight.
That's just the kind of stuff you can't have.
I believe it was Chamberlain who finally got him down, but Looked like Prairie Grove had it stopped, and then he gets it inside the 10. Nice call. Ozark and Gentry. Gentry, last score we still have, 21-20. This Duarte, no gain, really, maybe a yard. Under 7 minutes to go here in the game now. Tigers holding on to a 28-7 lead.
Gravette's up to 319 yards of offense.
They've moved the ball well.
They moved the ball up and down the field. It's just that number 7 that's on the home scoreboard right now that's kind of perplexing. And they've run 55 plays, 319 yards. They got 129 through the air. I mean, they've gone up and down the field.
Now Banta throws to the end zone. Intercepted.
Was that Nodier?
I believe it was. Couldn't tell from here.
I think it was just based on shoes. And I hate saying that. I hate saying that, but I think based on his shoes, that was Nodier.
6:19 now to go in the ball game, and the Tigers hold. You know, Gravette's been inside the red zone a couple times tonight and come up empty.
That's, it's just been one of those nights for them. I mean, they've been great in between the 20s. They just have not been able to get anything from the 20 in. It's got to be Nick. Straight ahead.
Sugg on the carry. He gets 5.
I think you'll see Prairie Grove take the play clock down under 5 seconds every single time now.
And I think Nick and JD is all you're probably going to see here. Maybe a dose of Bobby Cat occasionally. There's JD. Speed close to the first down. He's close to the first. Spot will determine whether they get the first or not.
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
Mark it a first down. So 5:29 to go now. The Tigers, and you're right, Zach, as soon as they set this chain, the Tigers can just let that clock
bleed.
So the Tigers look like they're going to finish undefeated for the second year in a row in the conference. The last time Prairie Grove lost a conference game right here.
Yep,
right
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and now
Since
the Tigers.
14 in a row in the conference.
Double wing now in motion is Cat. They give it to Bobby. Bobby, nice job. Nice defensive play that time. You know, Bray did a nice job for Gravette that time, kind of forcing Bobby to cut up field. And then number 82. You don't see Cat brought down like that
really, not with one guy, no.
You know, like I said, Bray came up, forced him to cut back up field, and nice tackle there. Second down 11, 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Steak and Shake player of the game, Zach. We got to start thinking about that a little bit. It's going to be kind of a battle here.
I'm kind of leaning towards 12, but it was 12 carries, 147 yards, and 2 scores. That's a pretty good night's work.
And his compadre in the backfield, who just is carrying it now, Nick, who's wrapped up. Nick's not far off. He's got a couple touchdowns himself. Third down now. 3rd and 12. 4 minutes to go in the game.
I would bet the farm here this ball is not going in the air.
No, I think we'll go wide here. Either a wingback reverse or something wide with JD. There's Storley.
Yeah, I was wrong.
There's Nick Sugg. He's going to get the
first down.
Whoa! Nick Sugg And he gets the first down.
And I was dead wrong. The ball went in the air.
Well, that was a big first down because now the Tigers will keep running that clock. And 1st and 10, ball at the 34, 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looks like Lincoln just scored again, and we'll put that one away.
So Lincoln's going to get the 2 seed. They're going to get a nice visit from Nashville.
They're fun.
And I believe Farmington goes to Ashdown.
That's fun. That's an outstanding road trip.
JD Speed, stay in bounds,
Whew.
JD. JD picks up 8 yards.
They're starting to get chunk plays now. They're starting to get chunk runs. It's 6, it's 7 yards.
Prairie Grove's going to be pushing 400 yards total offense here in a moment.
It doesn't feel like it's been a 400-yard night, does it?
No, but it's just both teams.
That is 400 yards on the nose.
Well, the thing is Gravette's over 300 yards total offense, and theirs is a lot of it, like we talked about, Zach. They've run from the 20 to the 20 tonight a lot, but
yeah. So wait, I mean, you're 719 yards of offense and only 35 points between the two teams. That's just a weird night.
Nick Sugg, first down. Tigers at the 45.
I think they're
Wouldn't
going
be a-
to. I
wouldn't
don't
be
think
a-
they're going to give him the first. They marked him at the 44.
Are you kidding?
I think that might be worse than the call we saw in the
Oh,
Ohio game.
They just gave him the first.
Ugh. Come on, guys. Did you see that in the Ohio-Buffalo game where the quarterback from Ohio was rolling out? He throws the ball at the 4-yard line, throws it out of bounds, and they called it a safety.
They didn't have access to Google for that one, I don't guess.
Yeah, they didn't have the pocket referee with them.
1st and 10. Speed in. Now down to a minute and a half. Minute and a half to go. Doesn't look like Gravette's going to try to stop anything. So this is going to do it, Zach. And it just doesn't seem that long ago. We were just getting started, and now the regular season's coming to an end in another minute and 18 seconds. The Tigers.
It's crazy, isn't it? We sat around all summer waiting for this.
I know, and now
it's over.
And what's interesting, and I'll mention this after this play. Quick pitch. And now Speed on the carry. But, Zach, I will tell you what's interesting is that Tigers now, last 2 regular seasons, 19-1.
That's pretty darn good.
Absolutely.
That's pretty darn good.
And then, just a fabulous season so far. And now we can start putting our eyes on the Senators.
It's going to be interesting. We're going to have to do some homework on the Senators this week. They come out of one of the deepest conferences in the state.
Yeah, a five seed from that conference is going to be a very formidable opponent. That's going to do it. Our final score tonight, the Prairie Grove Tigers 28, the Gravette Lions 7. And we wish Gravette well when they have their first round of the playoffs coming up. Gravette's going to be, I had that here.
Be the 5 seed.
They're going to be 5 seed probably, which is going to be Valley View. So they'll travel to Valley View. Farmington's going to travel to Ashdown. Lincoln going to host Nashville, and we'll host Pulaski Robinson. Well, Zach, let's go ahead. We're going to go right to our post-game show. And let's go to the stats brought to you by the Bank of Fayetteville.
Prairie Grove, 409 yards total offense tonight, 381 of that coming on the ground. J.D. Speed led the way with 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nick Sugg right behind him, 129 yards and 2 scores. Bobby Cat chips in with 58, and Jacob Storley, 18 yards, and Logan Bartholomew with 18 yards as well. Tigers, not their best effort, not their most inspired effort, but it's a workmanlike effort, and they get the win. Wrap up another conference title, and we get some playoff football next week.
And the playoff game will be coming to you from Prairie Grove next week. And
But we haven't been in like a month. It's been a long time.
Okay, Zach, so we are officially our Steak and Shake player of the game. I'm going to leave it in your hands.
I got to give it to J.D. Speed. 15 carries, 165, and 2 scores, and salted it away here in the second half with a big 63-yard run. I like J.D. Speed.
J.D. Speed, our Steak and Shake player of the game, averaging 11 yards a carry. Well, next week, the Prairie Grove Tigers host the Pulaski Robinson Senators. For the East Lab, Prairie Grove High School, Zach Arns, I'm Lynn Gregson. Thank you, and have a great night.
Loving God, loving others, and serving others. And by Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. And also by the Bank of Fayetteville, where they're banking on your potential. And the broadcast is also brought to you in part by the Prairie Grove High School Booster Club, reminding you your Tiger Pride is just one membership away. It's great to be a Prairie Grove Tiger. We want to thank you once again for joining us for another night of Prairie Grove Tiger football. And a big thank you going out to the Prairie Grove High School East Lab. Their volunteer hours make this game possible. Also, we want to thank PG Telco, the providers of PGTigersOnline.com. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. By Clorox, the name alone means clean. The Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas and Prairie Grove since 1946. Shelter Insurance, your local shelter insurance agents, Mr. Mark Spence. And Prairie Grove Christian Church, where it's all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. And by Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. And also by the Bank of Fayetteville, where they're banking on your potential. And the broadcast is also brought to you in part by the Prairie Grove High School Booster Club, reminding you your Tiger Pride is just one membership away. It's great to be a Prairie Grove Tiger.